Verses 13 says, if I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send a pestilence among my people. He's saying three things I can do at any time. I can stop the rain so that there's famine. I can command the land to be eaten by locusts so there's nothing to eat. And I can cause pestilence to come upon the people. So the rains, the heavens will stop the rain. He says, I'm God all by myself. I can do whatever I want. He says, I can shut heaven up. Have you ever been in a position where you felt heaven was shut up? It's not that God wants to shut it, but he's saying, I can shut heaven. I can destroy the crops, and I could bring disease upon the people. But there is a way out of it. Somebody shout, there's a way out of it. There's a way out of it, and somebody needs to understand, I ain't gonna go in the place where those three things gonna affect me. Turn to your neighbor and say, I don't want those three things to affect me. I ain't gonna look for pestilence. I'm gonna look for disease over the crop. I want rain to come down. And here is how you avoid it. You avoid it with verses 14. He says, if my people, oh, come on now, if my people, he's not talking about the sinners. He's not talking about those who are outside on Liberty Avenue. He's not talking about somebody from another place. He's talking about you. He's talking about you. He's talking about you. He's talking about me. He's talking about all of us. He says, if my people, he says, I ain't gonna do this if the sinners do it, but he says, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. He gives four things. He says, if my people who are called by my name shall, number one, humble themselves. Number two, and pray. Number three, and seek my face. And number four, turn from their wicked ways. Oh, some people, they always like to point fingers in somebody else's eyes and say you, and judge. That's why I say this church should be a non-judgmental church. Take the mote out of your eyes before you take the beam out of somebody's eyes. None of us are perfect in this place. I don't care how much you shout. I don't care how much you get a little under the spirit. None of us are perfect. Only the grace of God takes us where we are. Anybody who believes they're more holier than anybody, well then, I got news for you. God is saying, you can get pestilence, you can get disease, and you can get the rain that is not going to come upon you. But if you start to say, it's not my brother, it's not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer, God is going to do some miracles, and he is going to do some amazing things.